What is going on?
What's up?
All you fine people. What's happening, Mr. Charles?
Oh, sitting here trying to get used to this new Zoom. It's totally different.
It is,
It's different.
yeah, a little bit.
It's like Facebook Messenger
Oh my God, the
threw up in
Facebook Messenger is
Zoom.
blown up. Like my Facebook's so messed up. Every time I go to a page, it can't process my requests, and I get like my desktop messenger is not syncing with my phone messenger, and messages that I deleted are popping back up again. Like I don't know what Facebook did, but they screwed stuff up.
Well, so I updated my Mac, and my desktop messenger has probably been sitting here trying to get started syncing messages for at least 45 minutes.
Oh,
Everything
yeah,
else is fine, but I can't get the desktop one to
it like every time, ever since I went to that encrypted messages and all that stuff, every time I do, like somebody commented on your post, I go to the post and it goes, can't process your request. Thanks, Facebook. You just screwed it all up. So, you know. So how many people have you onboarded this week so far, Charles?
Well, let me check my calendar.
Oh.
Just 2 so far this week.
That's it?
Between yesterday and today.
Oh, yeah. Slowing down.
Yeah, do you ever onboard more people than you have affiliate links?
Watch out. He's going to post an affiliate link in the chat in just a second if you don't watch out. It's coming.
Affiliate links. Who has those things?
Nobody does affiliate links. All right, Dan, what's up?
Nothing, and more nothing, unfortunately.
You got any onboarding, any wins or anything like that, or?
No, I thought I was going to have something. The guy rescheduled a couple times.
Oh, that always sucks.
Yeah. My prospecting for SaaS kind of took a little bit of a back seat just because I was all in on the cards, but I do have a bunch of networking events coming up with who I think are the right people for SaaS and the cards.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of waiting for them. And then that's pretty much it. What about you?
I had been working on like just the pay-per-call stuff, some setting up their SaaS. They have their own HighLevel account. So I've been setting everything up for their sales team with, you know, manual calls and all the crazy stuff that they got. So they came up with a bunch of opportunities and pipelines and things like that. So I've been setting that junk up. So kind of some custom high-level stuff for that, but 100% high level, no custom code, but getting that set up, and then doing a little, like going out and doing a little bit of networking myself. Like I was complaining to you today, like Kansas City sucks for business networking. I don't understand what is wrong with flyover country out here, because like we've got no real, like if you go on Meetup and you look for all the networking, it's like real estate investing, Toastmasters, and that's it.
I know you don't want to start your own group, but maybe that's the opportunity.
I guess. I don't know.
You know,
we'll have to see. But they do have an ACA business club out here, so they do coffees and things like that. And they actually just opened a chapter pretty close to my house, so I think I'm going to have to maybe join up and go start hanging out with those guys and having some pretty bad coffee on Tuesdays. So, you know, we'll see how that goes.
If you go to one or two, you'll figure out if it's worth it.
Yep. for sure. So, Mike Quack, what's going on, sir? You are muted. Hold on just a second. Hold on. I got kids like throwing a ball up against my house. Just a minute. Like boom, boom, boom. Like, hey, go beat on somebody else's house. Just a
We
second.
can't hear it, so it's all
I
right.
can. It bugs me. Hold on. Little bastards. Go throw your football against somebody else's house. All right. Let's see who else joined in. We had so you got Dan. Mike, did you ever get your microphone? Nope, you are still can't hear you. And Joe Dran.
What happened? Who?
What's that?
Look at your new background. Nice
I know, isn't
office.
that fancy? Hold on just a second. Oh my God. These kids are killing me. Just a second. I'm gonna make Charles the co-host for a second. Hold on.
Is any
All
one
right.
of us getting younger?
Well, let me kick Joe out of
think
here.
Yeah, kick Joe out of there.
yeah, that's the best decision yet for executive Zoom. Oh, look at that. Got Tim.
What's going on, Tim?
Yo,
Tim, I actually have to thank you.
is that right?
Oh,
Yeah.
this is scary.
Can't wait to hear this one.
Right. Yeah. The anticipation. Yeah.
Oh my
you
God.
know the thing I helped you the other day? It's
Yeah.
like the name, then fill in the name field, and I actually had to use it myself.
Oh, that's cool. I ought to share that with. It's so simple. You guys all know how to do it though. It's just it's funny because you know what? I met a guy at a funeral yesterday, and
Was he dead or alive?
um, uh, are you quoting Bon Jovi? Um, he uh, uh, he was an older guy, and he was trying to give me his card, and he couldn't find it. And I said, "Here, just scan this," and it went into my little bot, that asks him his name, and and if a senior citizen can do that, it's super cool. What's your name? What's your email? Cool. I'll reach out to you tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
What kind of bot did you set up? Was it
It was super simple. I took the message fields
Mhm.
and of the text, and I added those to the contact field. So I asked them
Mhm.
what's your first name? Boom.
so it was all text then?
Yeah, it's all text.
Oh,
Just
okay,
super,
cool. Yeah,
super
very cool.
simple.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Very, very cool. All right,
Yeah,
man. I leave for a second, and then Joe and Tim come in, and God, thought I
We were
made you
talking
co-host,
about whether
Charles.
we were going to let you back in.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna have some quality control here. Jeez.
I know. He volunteered to kick me out, but I'm still here. I don't know. I'm so sorry.
Nice.
All right, Mike, did you get your microphone?
I don't know. Hi, Pat, can
There
you
it
hear
is.
me?
There it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's going on?
Well, thank you. I've been kind of tinkering with your review genius thing
Don't
and
tinker. Don't tinker. Just load it up and go.
just trying to
We
understand.
already got
My-
some people tinkering. I got people like, oh, I'm gonna swap all the funnels over to a website, or I'm gonna do this, and
No,
I'm
no.
gonna do all these different automations.
no,
Like,
no,
no.
No, not tinkering that way. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
going through your thing and
Oh,
trying
good.
to
Okay.
understand. But I have a very simple question. Why so the cards, so you get the review cards, the vendors, so people would get these review cards and people would just show it to the customers, and shoot the QR code and upload their reviews?
No,
Yeah.
they tap it.
Yeah, they tap or scan.
Okay. Now, why would they need like 5, 10 review cards? What's the?
Because well, actually, I was at a networking thing the other day, and I chatted with an electrician, and he's got a crew of 5 guys.
Yeah.
And
Oh, okay.
so there you
Okay.
go.
Okay. So that
And so
every
every-
employee would have one.
and then they're gonna lose some and stuff like that too. So, but yeah, like and like if
So,
you have a restaurant and they have a a bunch of wait staff, they may want one for everybody.
So what's
Yeah.
the market cost for these cards? I mean, what are people willing to pay?
I'm getting like $77 for 5 cards,
For
and I'm
for
paying
5 cards?
30 cents a card through Alibaba with shipping.
Right. Right. And I saw a little bit of the funnel, and people
You
would
know,
come
don't
right
say
in.
that too loud. The Biden administration is going to get you for gouging.
Well, they can try that. They can try it. They got to prove it first.
Well, so hey, where are we? Where are we? Because I'm ready to buy some from you.
What do you mean? What do you mean where? Oh, we still got the first cohort in there, and we're finalizing like the last bit of the training on it, like all the flows, the last of the flows, and then I have some small updates to do on the HighLevel app, and then we're gonna kick the doors back open again and let a few more people in.
Okay. And
Wait. So
What-
I'm confused. I thought it just went directly to their Google site.
It does, but then we have some other options where you can do some gating on it as well.
Roger.
So plus there's when I set somebody up, I set them up with like the most basic snapshot ever. So they don't even get access to it because I do all the integrations. So I give them the review widget, and you can set up the social media posting and stuff like that in like a couple of minutes, and then you're done. So
I
Cool.
saw some comments on Facebook about map leads. What's going on with them?
So Tom Milburn has an app called Map Leads, and so it integrates in with HighLevel. And I'll have to see if Alok has the replay that we can throw up. But
Yeah.
excuse me,
I'm here.
he opened things up for a little bit, but his is a whole prospecting deal with like you can find companies that have X number of reviews or no websites or something like that, and then it integrates in with a system that does postcards and all kinds of.
I mean,
crazy
I saw I saw that when he was on, and I've seen a couple of times, but what the people are mentioning, is he overwhelmed, or is it not working, or?
It's working great. Well, the challenge was he was not expecting such a good response.
Right.
He was not set up for so many people to onboard right away. So the challenge is a good challenge for any business to have. Like, I'm getting too many customers. Now I'm freaking out.
Okay. So that's
was
the
the
only
challenge.
problem.
That was the problem. So it's all under control now. He's all set up. He's set up a system around it. He's onboarding people. Whoever signed up
Okay.
are onboarded already. So yeah, it's working. It's not the software
Right.
which was a problem. It was the onboarding process.
Right.
Yeah, and it was not even a problem. It was just like, hey, he was
Right,
in the
just
midst
too
of
many.
setting everything up, and I just sort of just pulled him out of it and said, hey, just show us what you got. So
Okay.
so I guess I'll take the blame, not him.
Well, that's
Yeah,
a good
nice
problem.
job.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. Having said that, I was just hopping on, and Pat just hinted like, hey, we're going to open up. So yeah, we've come up with a date for the next cohort of Review Genius. If anyone is interested, you have to be on a wait list to get okay, well, let me just rephrase. So if you're on a wait list, you would get a chance to come in first. We are going to take another limited cohort for the next batch. So be on the wait list because you would get a chance to come in first. After that, we're going to open up for the whole group for our whole email list. So anyone interested, you better be on the wait list because it's a big one.
Yep.
Okay, what's the cost on that?
$1
join the wait
million.
list.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah.
We're gonna put that in a 3-pay. So
Yeah, we'll give you installments for that. That's fine.
Hey, you can do partial payments on invoices now. So there
Yeah,
you go.
that's a
I
new
know,
one
that's
today.
fantastic. And they've been having like all kinds
I
of
was
crazy
just paying
updates.
900,000 at a time.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can swing it. You got that
Well,
possible.
you can adjust your initial payment
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
down to a minimum amount. So there you go, Joe.
There you go.
Charles, any other updates to invoicing in the last month or so? Anything new there?
Well, one big thing that they're working on right now is actually in contracts. There's an issue if you have a fillable field and it moves the line down, it breaks the page, but the signature doesn't move with the signature line. So they're supposed to have a fix out for that soon. So basically, if someone's filling out an online document and it ends up shifting the lines, your signature block stays where it was, but the rest of the document moves, which is
Gotcha.
not very
And-
copacetic.
Can I call you Mr. High Level Encyclopedia?
Well, I got invited to the product
I was about
development
to say-
team the other day. They're like, "Hey, we have an open spot."
You
Who's
need another
laughing?
job.
Yeah,
It's a KD.
Sean, and what's his name from the product marketing team? We're always razzing each other. So
Hey, if you jump on there, can you just ask them to start testing things
come on now, what would be the fun in that?
before they push to
What would be the
production?
fun in that? Hey, I will say though, on the collab app, they've been really good about taking in feedback, and they may even delay. So they're trying to get the app out by the end of the month, but they may delay it to make some of these, because there's some definite UI UX issues, particularly around logging in and getting into courses or the learning area that they're trying to work out, and some other just usability things. But,
Do you have any news on their deployment for ManyChat replacement or
it's already live.
It's still skateboard.
What
I
do you
mean,
need
a
it
few
to do?
features. A
What's
few
that?
features are there.
Yeah,
What do you need it to do,
there's
Joe?
a few options that aren't there. So,
What do you need it to do?
well, so
I like the cards.
Yeah, well, having the full Facebook Messenger API available, like cards and galleries and things. I know that's a ways off, but I mean, having buttons is a big deal there. And then quick replies would be also good. But when you do responses to comments, like if you're advertising like we are for something like Medicare, you get a good smattering of people who think it's BS, a scam, you're ripping them
Correct.
off, blah, blah, blah. So
Negative
you don't want to,
comments.
you want to be able to filter and say, do not answer with these keywords. So if the comment contains these keywords, like, and I have a massive list of them, then and like in ManyChat, you can put in like a comma separated list. And I have like, people have the shit emoji there, like the puke emoji, all these crazy, like all these comments that we've collected, and I grab all of them, throw them in there and say, don't comment if it has any of this in it. Whereas
said that-
high level does not have that option at all right now.
Yeah,
It's just going to be,
made
it's just
that
going to be
suggestion.
wonderfully that. And instead of, and I guess this must be part of the Facebook API, that you have to be able to just like pick static random comments. I was kind of hoping that they would actually be able to fetch the comment and also allow us to like do something with a little bit of GPT to answer the comment before we respond to it. But I'm guessing that's probably a limitation of Facebook API, since it's virtually the same as ManyChats. But being able to ignore comments based on keywords is kind of that's a big deal, because we want to dump ManyChat, but we make, oh shoot, let me see what kind of let me see, just today let's see what we made off of comments.
Just a comment.
Comments were almost 3% of our net today on ads. So you talk about like, 5 days a week, 300, 12 months a year, that adds up pretty good. So being able to respond to comments and get people into our quizzes on Messenger is kind of a,
Yeah,
that's a
we're
big
doing
deal.
the thing.
That's some decent cash that we get every day. So, but if we didn't
So
have to pay for
to-
ManyChat, it would be great.
Yeah, and to add to that, when you're running ads, you want to be able to specify some triggers or workflows
Yes.
specific to that ad. If you can do that, that would be
Oh my God. Yeah. So
Easy.
JSON ads, the JSON format for ads, they definitely going to need that. ManyChat has that as well. So you basically say like, it creates the JSON that you post into the Facebook template so that when they click on the ad, they get a very specific message with the button that goes to a very specific flow.
Yeah.
And so that way we can track exactly where that stuff is coming from. And
yeah, and you
react-
can
react to it.
specify based on ads and triggers and
Yep.
type of ads.
So they're not
People
there
have-
yet. They're getting there, but they're not there. They haven't replaced ManyChat yet. Nope.
Somebody's saying, Mike is smart. Saying,
Yeah, you can. That's a new update. You can reply via ChatGPT to the comments now.
Oh, we can.
we're using UChat for now because we have, we're filtering out negative comments.
Yeah,
Oh, we're-
yeah. But
Once we
are you
can,
saying, like Mike, are you saying that?
that's a
like-
sexy tail right there, Charles. That. Yeah, crazy.
I would make
crazy
a
guy.
comment about how Charles got it all over the place, but it's a family show.
And then they were talking about creating where you can run ads within HighLevel. That would be good too.
Yeah, they're talking about it. They're hinting a lot. So
Yeah. So can we?
If you're
so
in the
if we-
development team, they were supposed to release it like February, but you know how that is. So
Yeah.
So you can pull in the comment.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Comment on post. Well, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'll
you
be
can.
darned. Okay.
Yeah, so it's on
So then- so
Facebook
you would
comment on
do-
post.
Yeah, so you could like quote their comment, but that's you. Yeah,
Okay. Well,
You
no,
can read
you
their
could.
comment and
Well,
then
you could.
respond accordingly.
If you pull in the comment on the post, you can get the intent, and then
Correct.
respond or
That
not
is true.
respond.
That's the key.
Yeah, you got to get
That's
the
true.
intent. So so yeah, your prompt would basically say, take this and based on the comment to this ad about XYZ, tell me if this is a negative or
Yeah,
positive.
you can tell them
intent.
to F off too. It's like,
Well, sure, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you just say like just respond with positive or just respond with negative, and then you have an if else to say like if it's this, then you can go ahead and do blah blah blah. Okay, well I didn't even know that was there. I'll be darned. That's okay. Well, I take it all. Well, no, not all of it back, but I take some of it back. So
I'm going to.
I'm gonna check this out here. Just a second here. Bah. So
That's cool.
I was looking to see if it was in the if else, and I couldn't. Yeah. So, oh, you know what? I probably got to. Let me see here. Just a second. I think what we got to do is maybe save it like this.
And
minute.
then you can add a button. I like that. That you can push it to.
Oh yeah, the
Messenger.
buttons. Yeah, the buttons. The buttons is a big deal.
The button's a big deal.
Okay, so see what I was looking for. I was looking for in the branch, like in the if else. I was looking for the Facebook comment there, but it wasn't in there. So there we go. Yep, that's pretty much what it is right there. So very cool. All right.
Very
Well,
good, Charles. See, he's missing encyclopedia. There.
There we go.
fantastic. I didn't know that was actually available. Now I see the Facebook, the comment on the post, the comment body. Well, that is way better. And then I can say respond.
Then you don't have to add all those negative keywords. I mean,
well, right. Then you don't have to worry
you
about it.
can
But
have
then,
ChatGPT review it.
yeah. So then
You may
would
still have to in some cases. I mean, you may find it goofs sometimes, like it doesn't determine something absolutely correct, but I think it'll be so minimal that you're like, okay, that one slipped by. Let me just go ahead and put in another filter.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
But I think for 95% of the comments, it'll be fine.
Yep. I think so.
And then you can pull back in once you determine it's positive or negative. You can pull that, have it generate a response to that comment, and then post it as the comment.
Can you do that though?
Yeah.
Find comments.
So,
Oh, I think
respond to
yep.
this Facebook.
Just a second, I'm gonna do something
comment
just like blah, and then we go here and go comment, reply in
customer
comments,
success.
and then we go here and we go. No, it'll only take the custom. Oh, there it is, GPT. Yes, there we go.
Yep.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, I'm sitting here
response.
doing it.
Woo! Damn, there we go, people.
So you're doing it.
Woo,
So like
that's
where they're
perfect.
talking about, oh, well, you can create this list of responses. Like, why the hell would you do that when you got GPT sitting right there?
Well, because that's the way ManyChat had it set up. Is that
I
it
know.
was hardwired in there. I had like a whole ton of random comments that we generated. Surprisingly enough with ChatGPT, but create like 10, 15 of these comments, and then they were coming out of ManyChat. So this is fantastic. Yeah. Yep. Yep, for sure. This is fantastic. Yep. Well, I'm gonna start working on that. Now I got a bunch more work to do. Hooray. All right, never mind. I do actually take it all back now. No, not all of it. Still just a little bit. But now we could basically eliminate ManyChat completely.
Mm-hmm.
So hooray. That's phenomenal.
And there you go.
Yep.
Oop.
Yep. And then you say, hey,
GPT.
congrats, blah, blah, blah. We have, yep.
There you go. There's your response.
Yep. Perfect.
Bada
Wait,
bing.
what did you do for trigger links?
Well, I didn't do a trigger link. I clicked it incorrectly. I clicked the custom value to pull in the GPT response from step 2. So I determined if it was positive or negative, and then I asked it to respond to that comment. And if you're doing this for a particular ad, of course, you can, if you're boosting a post, let's take a really simple use case. You have a post, you boost it, and so you can select that in your trigger of what post it is. So you could give it more context of what it's actually, like what that comment is actually referencing, so that the response is even better, because it's only coming from that post. And you can send them back in a message, and then
I think this is really cool.
Yeah, this is gonna work nicely.
Because you can do it for Instagram and all that stuff too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Facebook
because
and Instagram. Especially when I
and-
post my sexy pictures, I don't want creepy guys to.
Well, you
Yeah,
can
please,
filter them
please,
out.
Please don't post any nudes in the chat, Joe. Not again.
Just opossum nudes. Opossum nudes.
Yeah, so you can do pretty much whatever you want to do.
Yep. All right.
And
Well,
GPT's
that
right there
actually
to
works.
help
That
you along
actually
the way.
works now. So yeah, I think now I can get rid of all.
I mean, granted, there's
my
still
mini-
use. I mean, can you do exactly what you can do in ManyChat? No,
Well,
but
I mean,
you could
but
finagle some ways around it.
for what we're doing. This is going to solve the problem. So we aren't using a lot of galleries and stuff like that, but we're definitely using the buttons and things like that. But yeah, definitely having this worked out will be.
It's again like 80-20, man. 80% of ManyChat
Yeah.
users
Well,
are
being
using
able
just this
being able to
basics.
actually pull in the comment, because ManyChat couldn't pull in
Yeah.
the comment. So
Yeah.
being able to pull in the actual comment, because I was always like, why the hell can you not pull in the comment? I want to see what that person said. Nope, can't do it. So yeah, that's gonna be great. That'd be fantastic.
So does the comment show up in HighLevel too, Charles? Can we see the comment within
No.
the conversation?
Like in conversations, no.
You'd have to
All
set it
you'll
to a,
see is the start of the conversation. Now
messaging
you could
conversation.
put it as a custom field if you
Yeah.
wanted to store the data. But as far as seeing it in the conversation view, the only thing you're going to see is the initiation of the first message that gets sent out from the workflow and their
Right.
response.
Yeah.
Hey, so I'm just kind of curious, how deep can you go? Can you go back and forth inside the comments?
Yeah, you can go multiple.
would it
Yeah,
show?
you
Yeah.
you normally you want to
As
go
long
like
as they're
just the
writing a
first-
comment,
Yeah.
depending on how
Normally
your
you-
trigger is set up, but ideally you want to get them into their inbox and
Right.
Get the
have
email and phone.
conversation AI or something or lead them to whatever you're
Yeah.
looking to accomplish, either conversation AI, conversationally booking an appointment, or getting them to click a button to go to a landing page, or whatever the heck you're trying to get them to. But that's where at the end of this, you're definitely going to want to make sure, depending on what your goal is, either allowing them only to come into the workflow one time, or setting like a 4-hour wait. So like if they comment again immediately, it doesn't kick them right back into that conversation after you've already replied to their other comment and put them into Messenger.
Yeah.
You don't want to engage that second comment because you want them to engage in the Messenger where you've now pulled them to.
Yeah, you'd have you definitely would want a tag that basically you tag them. If they don't have a tag, add a tag, and if they have the tag, you ignore it for say X number of minutes or something like that, and then remove the tag. So and then also you can also set it that ManyChat to only do like tier 1 or level 1 comments. And normally you don't want to have it go back and forth inside the comments. You like Charles said, you want to get them in and get them
Right.
on that list and get them converting as opposed to conversing in the comments.
Right.
Because then you'll end up with a whole separate conversation going on in a reply thread. It gets
you can't
nuts.
track. Yes.
You can't keep track of it, and then nobody looking at the post can even see it because it's buried so deep in a reply thread that nobody's going to keep expanding it to see all the comments.
But here's the deal. I mean, if you're running ads and you're responding to comments, that creates more engagement per se, and so the ad cost goes down.
Yep.
That's what we're seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, the other is what was it? The 24-hour window. Charles, did they change the 24-hour windows to have it more?
I
Is it
thought
7
HighLevel.
days?
I thought HighLevel
On
answers
calendars?
as a person or something like that. So you still have doesn't it have like a 7-day or something like that window?
7-day. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
heard.
So HighLevel is considered. So HighLevel has 7 days instead of
HighLevel's
24?
answering more like customer service type of messenger thing. So I'm not sure how they did it, but they are
So
not.
HighLevel actually has 7 days response and not 24.
I believe so.
Yeah, there's Sean made a video on that as well. Which I've seen. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube channel somewhere.
You talking
But
about
yeah.
messages?
Yeah, Facebook.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that there hasn't been 24-hour time frame in long time.
No, this 24-hour time.
ManyChat and UChat and all the other ones you do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, HighLevel hasn't had it in a while.
No, HighLevel is 24 hours. We're seeing it. We use it all the
I'm
time.
not. I've been at 72 hours.
Yeah, it's a 7-day. I
Wow.
mean, that's Sean's made a video on that as well. Like I don't know what they did on the back end, but they are replying as a human in reply. So it's considered you get 7 days to reply.
Okay, that's a big deal for us. So I need to, if we have documentations on that, let me go look. Because right now we're structuring everything based on limitation of 24 hours, and we're responding within HighLevel. Even before this whole thingamajig, we're using other tools, but the response is within HighLevel. So let me find that.
What niche are you working with, Charles? Joe?
We're using Capri, and then we have OpenAI, and we're also using
No, I mean, what
What's your
market?
niche?
What niche are you working in?
what niche? Mortgage right now.
Oh, okay.
Doing mortgage, and we're doing med spa.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And so we're always have limitation on that. On 24 hours.
Yeah. Well, that's yeah. Haven't been able to grab that Facebook comment. That I didn't realize that was available in there. So that's gonna be a game changer for me. Now I just got myself a whole bunch more work to do. Damn it.
So what I've been telling clients when they can't respond with after 24 hours, and when they manually respond, they get blocked. We tell them to go back to the Facebook inbox, so we can change the procedures now. If we can have 7 days, because oftentimes, I mean, we have conversation from ManyChat, or not ManyChat, Messenger, that can be like, it goes back, a day or two conversation. So we have long engagement in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
What kind of
answering a
affiliate link
lot
is
of
that,
questions.
Charles?
What's that?
What kind of affiliate link is that?
That's the 7-day response time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, anytime you paste a link, it's an affiliate link.
No, not that one.
Okay.
Oh, did you find it? Okay. Ooh,
Yeah,
thanks,
it's
John.
from
Awesome.
2021.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you're excited now, aren't you, Joe?
I am. I'm going.
Woo!
Gosh,
See,
I tell you what, looking back at that, looking at that dashboard and that, man,
Oh, I
that
know.
brings
That's
back
some
some
old, that's some
memories.
old stuff. Campaigns and triggers.
Workflows
Wow.
beta? What's that?
Workflows didn't move with snapshots, and
I think today's the first day without campaigns and triggers. Now that I think about it.
I
Is that
can't
right?
believe there are people that
Still
would still
there.
be trying to use
2
campaigns.
years ago. How come that doesn't work for us, man? I don't understand.
Well, you're probably spamming people, Joe.
Watch the video.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't be spamming people.
Maybe that's why I missed it. That's true. I mean, there's so many times people want to look at opossum photos.
The key to it is that you have to send the message through the conversation panel. You can't send it through an automation. So what you have to do,
automation would be 24 hours.
right?
You can message it in 7 days.
And then if they respond, so I know I've gotten 72 hours. If they respond back to me, it extends my window to 72 hours. But on the 7-day, as long as you send a message manually within the 24 hour or the 72 hour, it will open you up to 7 days. Because HighLevel
repeat that.
respects
So-
the manual message from the conversation panel.
Okay, so basically I have to manually send a manual message within the conversation panel to open up the 72 or to open up
7 days. Yes. Yep. So you could have a notification. I don't know if you could do, I wonder,
That defeats the purpose of AI, doesn't it?
well, okay, well, what are you going to do? Tell Facebook to change their API. And I'm sure HighLevel will be more than happy to change their integration.
I think that's going to happen. But that's a good thought. That's a good idea, Charles.
I mean, I would create a task. I do wonder, I would try it with, I
can have
wonder
it
because they have
go in
messaging,
there.
they have conversation API opened up in V2. So I wonder if you couldn't use the API to send a manual message to open that 7-day window up.
That will be, Pat, can you look at that? See what,
No,
I knew that
no,
was
no.
coming.
I'm not making any more apps, damn it. No. We're shutting down a bunch of our old stuff anyways. Nope, not doing it.
That's the only way I could see
HighLevel
you automating it is
API.
doing it through the API. They just opened up more in the conversation API. So there may be a way to send that message through conversation so it acts like a manual message to open up the 7-day window, but still automate it through an API call. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah,
I'm looking at
it's
it.
kind of hacky to do it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely hacky, but I mean, that's the only way I could think. You couldn't do it through a webhook or anything else like that. That's not going to work. API is your only chance.
Yeah.
okay, what's another?
Or build one of those crazy Chrome extensions that, basically get you kicked out of every platform that you use them on. And,
No, we just do an API. Okay, question, Charles. Another one, Mr. Encyclopedia and Mr. Development Team. Opportunity custom fields.
Yes.
When is that going to be available via API?
I think it just went live, actually.
Did it?
I think so. Let me double check. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing something about that going live in the API.
I see get opportunity, create opportunity. I mean, I don't see custom fields. I don't know if I'm,
Come on.
oh, I like get snapshot.
Yeah, you can. It's in the
Where?
update opportunity, so you can put a custom field there. Yes, it's there.
Well, update opportunity.
Update opportunity, custom field input string. You have to pass the string and the field value, but it's there. Yes.
Oh,
I thought it went live. Next.
Mr. Man, you are, I can't stump you. You're like, Mr. It's not encyclopedia, it's Mr. Super Encyclopedia. It's like, you're not just a man, you're a Superman.
No. I just checked the change logs and the developer Slack in between rounds of Call of Duty, since my agency just runs.
You're playing Call of Duty. You're
That's
not playing Helldivers, Charles?
Playing what?
Helldivers?
The hell was that?
Helldivers 2? You serious? You're playing Call of Duty?
Yeah.
You're not playing
Modern
Helldivers?
Warfare 3.
Helldivers 2?
Season
Man,
3. Come on now.
Oh my God, Helldivers 2, Charles. You're gonna need to look at that. I think you'd enjoy it.
I'll stick with my COD. I'm good.
I think you're gonna want to look at you're gonna want to check it out. I'm pretty sure you're gonna want to check it out.
Hey, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Maybe you guys can come up with this. I was talking to my plumber today, and he is your stereotypical plumber. He's busy all the time, and
Got the crack.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And so, actually, sadly, he's got to come out to my house and find out where my leak is, and that's going to suck. But he's got a girl working for him who does his scheduling. And I'm trying to upsell him he's just got. I just do the basics with him, and it keeps him happy. But I wanted to like get her to start using the calendar and with updates and stuff like that. But he says his stuff because he has so many things that are projects that go on way longer than he expected. So sometimes it could be a 2-hour window, 3-hour window. Sometimes it could be 15-minute window. So how would you come up with a system to automate something like that? Well, I just thought of that actually. You have 3 or 4 different workflows, and each workflow has a different timer, a different timeout. But so like, hey, he'll be there in about 30 minutes versus, hey, he'll be there in about 3 hours.
I mean, the problem is setting the appointment, because you don't know if he's going, like, if he's not doing a pre-inspection and like hey, this is for things that aren't like, hey, my toilet won't stop running, or things, very simple things, or my toilet is not flushing. He has to create a cutoff point. So that's what most of your larger plumbing places will do, is they create a cutoff point. They say, okay, for these simple basic things, we're going to allot 45 minutes. Our cutoff is 1 hour. We have to go to the next appointment, and we'll schedule a follow-up, hopefully the same day or next day, because they can't sit at one job for 5 hours when they've only allotted 2 hours to that job. Plumbing, the problem is you never know what you're getting into until you get into it. So there's always this wide window of variable. And he just has to get into the routine of creating a cutoff point. As far as the workflow, you'd only need one. It could be based on tags. He could add a tag, or you could send an internal notification after an appointment asking him, hey, do you think you're going to be on time for your next appointment, or do you need extra time? And based on his response, you could capture that response and add a tag to the contact based on his response. I mean, there's some creative ways that you could do it where he doesn't have to even get in the app. It can all be done via text if you wanted to.
Yeah. If you could say, like, are you going to make it? Yes or no. And you could say no. And you say how much longer. And you can say 45 minutes or whatever. And you have GPT figure out a time.
And then you're
schedule.
just in if statements.
Yeah.
And so you break it out to notify, the office, like the girl that's working for him doing the scheduling, so that she can try to contact the next customer and say, hey, it's going to be delayed. Do you want to go ahead with your appointment at a delayed notice, or do you want to reschedule? I mean, it's just, it's one of those services you can't, it's hard to nail down any definitive time.
If they're booking something like, like if somebody calls and I need to come out, like, well, is your water heater shooting water everywhere, or is it, clogged toilet, or, is your yard a swamp all of a sudden or something like that? They ought to be able to tell what kind of severity it is and go from there and say, okay, this sounds like it's going to be like, if all I got to do is come out and replace a toilet kit, like a tank kit, then that's maybe an hour. If your yard is backing up or your basement's full of black sewage, then that's going to be a little bit more, it's going to be a few hours.
Yeah. I mean, I would set up it's all going to start with the calendar. So, I mean, the one thing, I don't know that I would go less than 3 or 4 hours, and put 2 appointments per 3 to 4 hour appointment slot. And that gives you that window of variability within the appointment itself. That's why most of your service providers, you think of the last time you had a phone company come out or internet company come out, they always give you a 4-hour window. Well, that's why, because it's the only way to give themselves a buffer with the opportunity of being able to squeeze in additional last minute appointments or stay longer. That's why they do that. It's annoying as crap as a consumer, sure, but that's the only way to do it. So you could set up a calendar where it's a 4-hour appointment, 2 slots per window through whatever his work hours are. So you're probably looking at a total of 6 appointments per day max. And that's if he's working dawn to dusk. I mean, that's a long work day.
That's giving you
But that
time to
will give
drive
him-
around from site to site as well.
That's the other
Yeah.
thing. I
Or
mean, he could
stop
be
at
going from
work.
one side of town to the other, and depending on where he's located, it could be, if he's out in the country, great, 15 minutes. If he's in the city, hell, you could spend 45 minutes in traffic and still not be there.
Right.
There's just too many variables to account for when it comes to services like that. I mean, electricians get into the same thing. That's why most of the time you'll see them come actually pre-bid a job and come back. That's not as detrimental most of the time as plumbing is. HVAC, they run into the same thing. If they get there and they're like, hey, it's not blowing cold air. Okay, we've got Freon on the van. We've got some spare parts. You get there and the freaking motor's blown in the exhaust fan and, the condenser's got a hole in it. Okay, well, we're going to have to come back. Like, we can't sit here and rebuild the condenser on the spot
Right.
with the limited time we have. We'll put it in limp mode, at least get some air moving, but you're going to have to deal with it till the next day. Like, we'll come back and we know what we have to do now, and now we
Yeah.
can squeeze it into that time slot.
Like Charles said, it will be like initial estimate or come back. I
Yeah.
need to get parts or whatever.
That's the only thing you can do. And so
But most
you'll
of the
end up
time,
with one or
plumbers,
two of
they
those a
have it.
day. You'll end up with 1 or 2 of those a day. So if you have 3 appointment slots, 4 hours each, 2 appointments per slot, you'll have some that'll wrap up quick and you're getting through your appointments. Nobody's going to complain about you getting there early and getting the problem fixed most of the time. And then you have time to go circle back to a previous job. If you get done early that day, maybe you can go to the warehouse, get some parts, and call your customer and make their day absolutely blissful, because now you have time to go back and fix it in the same day, and they were expecting you the next day, which leaves an opportunity for your Google review card.
Right. Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's the
If-
only way
if
to
only.
do it.
That's a
the
nice
only way to
plug
do it.
right there. Oh.
So
That's cool.
So
That's really good.
That's 2 update right there, and that's 2 plug. In case you missed it, the calendar and increase your review right there.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure your name is on the waiting list.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy some NFC cards, man. If you don't get on the ball. That's cool. That's cool, Charles. I appreciate that.
And the other thing to keep in mind is depending on what kind of work he does. So if he will put in like city water or do well pumps or anything like that, you could utilize the service calendar and equipment. And that way, if he only has one puller or he only has one ditch witch and it's going to be occupied, he can say, hey, I have one ditch witch. It's only available, for this time slot, and that's it. And so you could roll a service calendar in there
That's cool.
as well.
Yeah. Hey, I tell you what. You know what? I'm going in with a couple of guys. Speaking about the calendar, I am going in with a couple of guys. We're building a podcast photo studio in our town here, and it's got 3 rooms in it. So I'm super pumped about the services, equipments, the calendar stuff. Anyways, I just thought I'd say that.
Oh,
out
that'd be
loud.
cool. I like to see how you get that calendar set up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice. All right. Well, we got any other stuff, man? It was a good session tonight.
Hey, Tim, if you don't mind me asking,
Oh,
Good question.
So let me answer that.
where did Jay go?
I'm so
Get
bummed,
off
Jay.
the
I'm
McDonald's Wi-Fi there, Jay. Quit stealing Wi-Fi from McDonald's. Got to
That's
upgrade to
funny.
Burger King.
funny.
I'm excited. They're running fiber in my area, so I'm
Oh,
ready
that would be nice.
on my 2 gig service.
Oh, they're going to be. I think didn't Google announce they're going to be like up to 5 gig fiber now here soon? So
Oh my gosh, that would be nice.
Yeah, my 2 gig's gonna seem slow.
I am on a T-Mobile home system.
I'm sorry.
Well, you don't look
Charles,
too-
you're going to need the fiber with your development teamwork.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm too lazy for development team.
Yeah, put some grip tape on the skateboard before you let it out.
What's the fun in that?
skateboard with 3 wheels, no tape. Oh, nice.
No sandpaper on the board.
Yeah.
Get that.
All right. Well, we have a whole bunch of people on here. Did anybody want to catch up?
I don't know what's
Post
going
any
on.
wins or anything like that? We had a whole bunch of people jump into the call. It's been
We got Jose in here too.
Hey, my man, how you doing?
Hey, it's Jose. What's
How
happening?
Jose.
How you doing? Just training for the big guys, of course.
Look at that. Look at that sexy babe he has in the background. Is that your new? Does your wife know about that sexy babe?
As to, I look knows about this.
Look
woman.
at that.
What's going on, Jose?
Well, you know, just receiving, so happy receiving my cards like an hour ago and ready to rumble.
Fantastic.
Now, yes,
Awesome.
I have a lot of questions, but this is not the place. We'll see later.
We
What's
might,
going
yeah,
on?
we might have to do one more Q&A for everybody. And
We'll do one more. Yeah.
yeah, we'll do
We'll do
one.
one more Q&A.
Yes, of course. Let's see what's going on.
Awesome. Cool. What design did you get on your cards?
Oh, I can show you.
Yeah, you got them around there somewhere.
Give me 2 seconds.
But you have to have it on your desk.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I branded my own.
Ooh,
Nice.
Nice.
That's right.
Oh yeah, nice. That's a good
Yeah, I
design.
like those puzzle pieces. Yeah, puzzle pieces on this. Yeah.
And this is my outside.
Nice.
Yeah, looks good. Looks real good.
Very nice.
Cool. Anybody else?
Sure, I got some.
Yeah, great.
Oh, yo, who got the most emails about the
Oh my gosh.
About the AI. About the
I'm
AI
so
thing?
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, the thing that really got me, okay, is I think it was Saturday or Sunday. And I'm a big golf fanatic. So I was like watching the Masters and I get this text message that says, you just received $297 from PayPal. And I'm like, it was one of their texts saying, these are the text messages you will receive with our new AI. I was like, you fuckers.
Those
I don't
emails
like
are
that.
really spammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like real clickbaity emails.
Well, a couple people asked, like, hey, how do we get access? And I sarcastically responded, well, it's point based. Once you receive 1,000 promotional emails, they'll let you in. And people are like, really?
Yeah, no kidding. I
Hey, guys,
kept getting
maybe-
emails. Oh my god! And then they got all the top affiliates sending emails. Like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, that was the part I was really surprised at. Like, some of them were like, hey, you can't miss this. I was like, you don't even use this.
Yeah.
You know what, guys? By the way, Pat, look, all the guys, this is something that my sales guy sends to me. You see, on transparent PVC is a great quality if you want to sell these big cars, okay?
Yeah.
That's so good. That's incredible. The presentation, the quality of the materials is very good, guys, okay?
Yeah. That's a good
Keep
card.
it
That's a
in
good
mind.
plate right there.
Yes, exactly. Excellent plate.
So it wouldn't get confused for a coaster, would it?
No, it shouldn't. Not if it's stuck to a table at a restaurant. Shouldn't be. Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
I think Greg had a question.
Yeah, great. You were saying
Yeah.
something.
No, I was got some got a few wins, got a lot of stuff in the pipeline. Well, hopefully Thursday I'm gonna close some deals. So after the last week I hesitated and went out, but I'm glad I did. Went to a chamber sponsored taste test and went in there and had like over 40 vendors. They ended up turning out over 1,100 people show up to this thing. So
Wow.
I started to get a few people, got got to talk to a few people, just introduced myself, really didn't demo the card. I just told them, this is not the time, but I'm just kind of showing you what I'm going to come by and see this next week. Is that okay? So I started following up this week, and Thursday I want to go, definitely a Mexican restaurant says he wants some cards, so I'm going to go do that one there Thursday. And then right before that, when I was out trying to hit these other businesses up, there's an Italian restaurant, and I said, no, I don't want to go in there. Like, why not? It's right there in front of me. So I went in there, and long story short, got the manager. I actually had met him at the show. I just forgotten, because there were so many vendors there, and demoed it. And he goes, I want everybody else here to see it. Can you send me an invite link, and we'll set up a schedule for you come out here and demo it. And so that's on route to the other one there on Thursday. So hopefully I'll be able to close that one. Either they're going to do it or they don't. I mean, you know what I mean? But and then I got my business coach. He got 2 cards out to just gave him the cards, but we're going to get him started. A little Toyota specialty dealership. And then we in the works with a chain of chiropractic centers. They got 6 locations, get ready to open 7, but every one of them, they do a lot of business. They're not just a dock in a box. They've got each store does a couple of million, a year there. So that would be a good one. So just getting my feelers out there. Got my daughter a couple cards, and she has some good connections. She's already got a window tint company that she's talking to, and they've got over 200 locations. So we're going to try to work that one in as well. And then she's got a kind of like a gym. What do you call it? I used to do CrossFit type of gym, and they got a lot of people coming in and out of there. So just putting a lot of feelers out there in the water, trying to, get this thing off the ground.
That's cool. Good job.
Oh, I was muted. I was like, yeah, that's awesome. Congrats.
So one thing I've learned so far is that people can't, as simple as filling out that form, these people cannot fill out a freaking form. You got to do it for them.
Yep.
And I'm having to fix that. And Steve Champagne, we were talking about that the other day, and I had to do it again this morning. Is that I'm watching in the back end, and they're out there and they're fumbling around like, how hard is it to fill out a form? But these people can't do it. So from now on, all the cards that go out, they're gonna just have to be pre-programmed. But that's a learning curve. I don't know what it is, but name, address, telephone number. One question I do have, that one guy, these older guys on this thing, it kept popping up. I know you have to sign into your Google account. And it should be just one time when you do it, but they kept having to go by there. It's asking for a verification number. It's popped the verification number and put it back in there. You shouldn't have to keep doing that every time, should they? Pat, you're muted.
No, I don't. It shouldn't, unless he's got some weird setting on his phone or something.
Yeah, it could be. That's the first time I've heard of that. I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, that's an odd one.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll throw it out there.
Well, hey, has it been a couple of weeks since we met? It's been a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
I did this webinar, and it was awesome. I killed it. I had 3 people registered. 0 showed up.
Hey, was that your own webinar, or were you doing that Andy All Date thing, or whoever that guy is?
Yeah, I'm in his group, and it's pretty cool. But the webinar I created was kind of my own deal. He's got different levels he's got a weird thing going on, but his first level webinar is not appropriate in my humble opinion, and so I just I saw what he did and I just emulated it. But that's pretty cool, man. I mean, I'm doing another one in a couple of weeks because I think it's just a great idea. The one-to-many thing, once you get past over that hump and you do one, it's pretty cool. So, but I had a couple of people, and actually at the very least, I had to, I've got to call three people. I got to call them all up. Tomorrow was my day to call them. I sent them the video of the webinar, and so I'm just going to call them and ask for how do you want to pay?
Nice. What was the what were you pitching on the webinar?
So I was pitching two main things. I know you're really supposed to pitch one, but the two things that I was pitching was keeping it super simple. Was it was the what was it? The value, offer value. You got to give somebody a value. It's basically teaching people what a lead magnet was, and showing them how to go get a lead magnet, create one for yourself, and have you just do something simple, give something away for free to get people's information, and then so that was the one concept, the overall concept, and then I did the hey, text this word to this number to get this value, and and as I explain that to people, they're like, wow, you can do that? That's really cool. And I'll do veteran seminars all the time where I'll do the same. I'll just create a deal to give away some value for the veteran groups. You text this word to this number and you'll get my cheat sheet on Google business profile stuff. But people who they don't understand that, man, they just like drool all over that stuff, and it's amazing. Pretty cool. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna hopefully, I think I'm gonna boost a post and see what I can do. I'm in a couple of veteran groups, and that's my avatar is veteran business owner. So see what kind of mileage I can get on this guy.
Nice. Pretty cool. All right. Anybody else? Wins, questions? If
Well,
not,
I have a win. I have 40.
well, you already got your wins. You got your cards.
Well, I have another second win. Customer just called
Already?
me. I'm waiting for 40 cards to activate for tomorrow.
Fantastic.
That is a great win. That is a great win. I will sell every single card in $50. That's not bad.
Not bad at all, sir.
Yes, for me, it's a great win. Oh, yes.
Post it. Make sure you post it in the community. Post your wins.
Definitely. As soon as I send the cards, definitely I will post there. Okay.
Fantastic. Awesome.
Well, wish me luck this week. I have a partner. We're speaking at a big conference this week. Their keynote this conference. So.
Very cool. On what keynote
on the
on
mortgage
what?
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So,
very cool.
That works out. It'll be cool.
Awesome. All right. Well, since it's pretty quiet and we don't really have any more questions, I think we're going to call it a night. It's one of the shortest sessions we've had in a while. But all right. Good stuff, though. We did find out a whole bunch about Messenger, and now I have a whole lot more work.
Yeah, I'm trying to build it right now. So
I'm gonna be building it like in the next couple of days. I've got to build it and then test it and then deploy it across like 6 different accounts. So that should be fun. We'll see how it works. But yeah, should work nicely. So
okay.
Cool.
Hey Pat,
Nice
real
thing,
quick before you guys go, if somebody wants to get on the wait list for the cards, where do they go?
Send me
There
a
you
message
go.
or a log.
No, HighLevel breaks/review genius. Do you want to drop the link?
Oh, yeah.
Can you post your link?
Yep. Wait, I gotta get it posted before Charles posts an affiliate link. So.
Yeah, and then Pat or Alec, you guys mentioned, maybe possibly an affiliate link. Maybe we can chat about that too. I got a couple people.
I've got that set up. I'm gonna send an email to everyone in maybe half an hour.
Yeah, cool.
Yep, we're gonna be
Yeah.
adding everybody
You
to
all,
it.
yeah. So everyone who's a member currently would get an email. If you would like to promote it, feel free.
Yeah, I've got a couple people asking me. I've been holding them at bay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Cool. Thanks.
No worries.
All right, guys. Well, good stuff. We will see you guys next week. And yeah, keep on it, getting out there and crushing it.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
All right, later on.
See you guys.
See you guys. Bye.